mini was literally the perfect bag. It just really makes me feel like Chanel really peaked in 2018, guys. Like after all these price increases, guys, I think a lot of people have just tapped out of Chanel. Like, are we really gonna pay $14,000 for a Caviar classic flap? Like, no, we just want the little cute mini, and the mini is like, you know, they used to be $4,200 Australian back in 2018. Now it's $6,500 for a mini, and we can't even get the Caviar. Like, we have to go for the $14,000 flap. And hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. So I just got home, so I thought of this topic today when I was working, so I really wanted to film this video, and I used my Loewe puzzle bag today, which I really enjoyed. I've got my lip gloss on. I probably should have done this before the video, but yeah, I'm just addicted to this Chanel lip gloss. Yeah, so that was my bag of today, and when I got home, I actually got a little package, so I thought I would share what I got with you guys. Another twilly. I'm really twilly obsessed, guys. Like literally every video I'm unboxing a twilly. I purchased this on eBay for a premium of like $100. Was it $100? Yeah, it was $100 premium, and let me explain to you guys why I paid over retail for this twilly. Okay, so it is this white twilly with keys on it. I do have the black one as well already, but the other week my sales associate at Hermes messaged me that she had one of these twillies, and I bought it, but I asked her if she had a pair, and she said they only had one left, and I'm using it on my Believe 27, and I just think that looks so pretty, but I really wanted to get one for the other side as well, and I know it's a seasonal piece, so I feel like now would be an easier time to buy one on the secondhand market. So I found someone selling it on eBay for a premium because it's one of the more popular ones to get, and I just bought it because I just really wanted the pair. So like, it is so pretty. Let me show you the details. I love how it has little bits of blue and pink and like green, and I also really like how the keys are like silver, so I think this will really match any bag that you have with silver hardware. I also have the black one, and the keys on this one are gold hardware, so I think this looks really good on any bags you have that have gold hardware. But yeah, I just love this twilly. Okay, so the topic I wanted to talk about today was Chanel Caviar minis, and guys, I just was thinking, like, do you think that Chanel peaked in like 2018 when they did Caviar minis? Because since 2018, Chanel have not released any Caviar minis. I mean, they have the Perfect Fit bag, they have the classic flap and Caviar, but in terms of like the mini square and the mini rectangle, they now offer it in mainly lambskin and tweed. I have seen it in goat skin and even like a crumpledy kind of calf skin finish, but I really, personally, I think that the Caviar minis were like the best bags that Chanel ever had, and over the years they've done some really beautiful, gorgeous colors, and I thought I'd talk about my top 10 favorite Chanel Caviar minis that were released over the years. So one of the first minis I ever fell in love with was when I went to Japan, and I found a square mini in Caviar with 24K plated hardware, and I really like this boxy vintage style of mini. They don't really do these proportions anymore, but if you want more of a squared off shape, I'd really recommend looking for the vintage mini square, because the Caviar one is really just so adorable, and it's such like a robust bag. It's something that you could really probably wear daily, and it's not going to just get ruined like a lambskin mini. I honestly think, guys, like the reason why Chanel stopped doing Caviar minis is because they want us to buy the lambskin, and the lambskin is a little bit more delicate. You know, if you wear it, you know, every day, it's going to wear out, it's going to start looking bad, and then you'll have to buy another mini. And it's really just Chanel bags now, I just feel like they're made for special occasion, you know, they're like things that wear out really fast. And, you know, I've said this a million times, guys, but the Chanel after sales do not restore like the leather unless it's a classic black flap or like a wallet on a chain. So yeah, it's just a shame. Like things like minis, they're not permanent collection, so I really think that it's a shame that they discontinued the Caviar, because I feel like the Caviar was more versatile. You could wear it more day to day, and you could wear it for evening, and it would last longer than the lambskin. And anyway, this vintage one especially, I just think was stunning with the really yellow gold hardware. And this is something that Chanel have not repeated recently. If you want something similar, you could probably go for like the Perfect Fit mini in Caviar with the brushed gold hardware. But honestly, guys, like I just think that this does look like, it looks like a Chanel wannabe bag. Like the vintage Chanel was just like next level. Anyways, that was probably one of my favorite minis that Chanel ever released. The next one is Chanel 2004 pink mini square. Now, the thing that I love about this shade of pink is that the texture of it is like classic Caviar that you find on the beige Claire and the black classic flap. So it's like a thicker grain of Caviar. These days, if you want a pink Caviar bag, it tends to be a finer grain or like something iridescent or just something different from the classic flaps. But this pink shade of pink and the texture was like a classic bag. It was really durable, really robust, and it was just a beautiful kind of more matte looking pink. And it's just the perfect shade of pink, guys. Like Chanel have never been able to replicate this texture and color ever again, ever since I think it was 2004 this came out. And it's also on the pre-love market, guys. It used to be a lot cheaper to get this square. Like when I was first looking at them like 5 years ago, maybe even 6 years ago, it was expensive, but you could get them for nowhere near as much as they are now. I've seen them reselling for over 10,000, which is ridiculous. But this was a moment that this pink Caviar was so good, guys. And if you do want this pink Caviar, but you don't, you just want a little bit of this Caviar, I would suggest looking at like the petite shopper tote or the even the medallion tote. They still have this kind of pink thick Caviar finish, and it's just such a good leather. So yeah, this was another highlight of a mini. The next one, this is kind of random, but these are my personal favorites. I really loved the 17C watermelon pink. This was a really durable fine Caviar with the edge stitching. It came in, I believe, I've seen it in a rectangle mini. I think it looks so beautiful in a rectangle mini. I think Lindy SS has this bag. Yeah, it's such a cute little shade of like watermelon pink. Again, it's really durable Caviar. This Caviar is not like the soft pudgy type. It's really thick, and Chanel does not do this kind of Caviar anymore. I really like this finish. I think it came in champagne gold, and the edge stitching, a lot of people do prefer the edge stitching on minis compared to like no edge stitching. It kind of makes it a little bit more squared off. So I think this season of mini was gorgeous. Another unicorn of a mini would be the 17B red. This was a really true red. I know a lot of Chanel collectors strive to find the perfect shade of red. There's like the 12A collection red, which was a little bit more of a softer color. You've got 17B, like, even like cruise collections, they often do red, but sometimes they're a little bit more orangey tone. But this 17B red was just the perfect shade of red, and Chanel have never been able to like do a mini in this like perfect red again, in this really durable, gorgeous Caviar. Like this was a really good batch of Caviar, guys. So if you find the 17B red on the pre-love market, it's usually going to be selling for quite a premium because collectors strive to find this perfect red. Similar with Hermes, like people really want to find the perfect shades, and red, to be honest, red is not that trending at the moment, but if you want a red, this is the red to go. So yeah. And who doesn't know about the 17B rose gold chevron mini? This one, I did see like back in the day, a lot of people were buying them. And then I remember seeing some lady buy one that was defective. And yeah, nonetheless, this is an absolute unicorn. Maybe one of the most hyped Chanel colors ever. It's just a beautiful kind of seashell Caviar leather. And the chevron is really unique as well. It's kind of, if you're a Chanel collector, you're probably used to getting the classic diamond quilts, but the fact that this was offered in a chevron it really suits this color. And this color, it's kind of like a unicorn color, but at the same time, it's very neutral. So it's a very desirable bag, and just the color shift that it has no other brand can do something as beautiful and stunning as this leather, guys. Like, as I said, like Louis Vuitton, they've been trying to do the Shimmer Stardust collection and all that, but Chanel nailed the iridescence on this bag, guys. Like, this is probably the best iridescent, like, beautiful, soft pink bag that was ever created. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, one of my absolute favorites, 18S green, guys. This is such a beautiful emerald iridescent green. Now, this was breathtaking in, I think they came in the classic flap, the square mini. This is another bag that if you find it on the pre-loved market, it's an absolute unicorn. The 18S collection had so many unicorn colors, which brings me to my next one, which was the 18S Iridescent Beige. Now, I actually owned this color back in the day, and I sold it for way too low. I absolutely, one of the biggest regrets is me selling this bag, because this is such a unicorn, and I honestly would have just kept it for investment purpose. Like, now I've seen them like selling for over 10K. Honestly, this 18S Beige was such a beautiful tone of beige. And it wasn't too light, wasn't too yellow. It was just a really desirable beige. And the reason why I sold it is because I really don't think I suit beige. Like, when I wear beige, I feel like I look like a potato. And I feel like wearing that really, it just didn't go with my style. I prefer, like, fun colors. And I don't know, I'm just not a beige person, which is why I sold it. But honestly, you know, money-wise, I should have just kept it and sold it later, because I would have made a lot more money on it. Yeah. One of my personal favorite colors is the 18B Raspberry Red, and I actually did end up buying this one from the Purse Fair a few years ago, and I didn't pay much of a premium for it, which I'm really happy. But yeah, this is one of my favorite colors, as I said, from the 18B collection. It's this beautiful, it's called dark pink, but it kind of looks like a red, and it's kind of like a deep pinky red, and this is one of my personal favorite shades of red. A lot of people who collect Chanel red bags would also have got this one, because it's kind of like red, but yeah, it's like a little raspberry, and I particularly love it in the square mini, because it literally looks like a little bit like a raspberry. Yeah, just love this bag. This is one of my favorite colors that Chanel has ever done. In the same collection, 18B, they did this gorgeous turquoise caviar leather, which, yeah, absolutely stunning. This is a very unique shade. It was kind of similar to this Loewe bag color. Really gorgeous, a great, like, trans-seasonal color as well. And they offered it in, I think, the square mini and the rectangle. Yeah, gorgeous caviar as well. This is something that Chanel would not do these days. And if they did do it, guys, I mean, with all the Chanel price increases and stuff, like, pre-2019, guys, like, the Chanel minis were expensive, but they've gone up quite a lot since 2018, guys, like, significantly, like a few $1,000s. And the fact that back then the minis, I feel like, were better, and they were, like, several thousands of dollars cheaper as well, it just really makes me feel like Chanel really peaked in 2018, guys. Like, they really, like, after all these price increases, guys, I think a lot of people have just tapped out of Chanel, because sometimes, yes, like, we want caviar bags, but like, are we really going to pay $14,000 for a caviar classic flap? Like, no, we just want the little cute mini, and the mini is, like, you know, they used to be $4,200 Australian back in 2018. Now it's $6,500 for a mini, and we can't even get the caviar. Like, we have to go for the $14,000 flap, and it's just, why is this happening, guys? Like, it's so annoying. I understand why Chanel are doing it, because they want us to pay the money for the classic flap, but the caviar mini was literally the perfect bag. So yeah, anyways, oh, and also I forgot about the black caviar mini. So I do have a black caviar mini from, I think, 2018 with champagne gold, but in my opinion, this was not the most perfect caviar mini. I think the most perfect one is probably the one that Jerusha Couture has. I think it's from the 17B collection. I might be wrong, but if you can find a caviar mini with red interior, that is mega rare and very desirable, because Chanel black caviar minis don't often come with the burgundy interior. and it's just really desirable. So it's kind of like a classic flat, but it's a mini. And yeah, I think Jerusha has that one. And that Caviar from that 2017 collection was really thick and durable. This one's a little bit more pudgy and like puffy. So I think I went all over all my top 10 Caviar minis. Let me know, guys, do you own any of those Caviar minis? Or are you trying to find one? Honestly, the pre-loved market is an absolute pain in the behind at the moment for Caviar minis. Like, it is just too expensive. So it's just a shame. I wish that Chanel would we could go back in time and buy all the Caviar minis, because like back in 2018, guys, I got offered quite a few Caviar minis and they were just such good prices back then. Like, I should have literally bought everything I was offered. Like, I'm such an idiot. But anyways, guys, you live and you learn, and yeah, before we know, Chanel's gonna get more expensive, so what can we do? Nothing. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching my video today, and please like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy handbag videos, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!